This is the finished apartment number 3. Today we are going to be making a 4-story apartment using the new For Rent pack in The Sims 4. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get straight into the building. Now I'm just picking the shape of the building, and as you can see at the end, the shape is kind of weird and it's not the same and it's not symmetrical, but that's because that's where the storage closet and that's where the stairs are going to go. So now I'm making the first apartment, and the first apartment is going to be a studio apartment. So the first apartment, in my opinion, it usually always takes longer because it's just you're kind of indecisive, and sometimes it's hard to think and you don't have it pre-planned what you're going to do for the first apartment. But then the other apartments after that, they might take longer, but they're easier. So each apartment has a max rent based on how much they think it's worth and how much you spent on the apartment. Like how much the bed was, how much all the stuff in it was, how many amenities it had, how's the environment, how is the maintenance. So that's how the system works for the pack. So I tried to make sure there was quite a bit of windows, and the apartments were like kind of expensive but not too expensive. And also I made sure that each one had their own bedroom, their own bathroom, and their own kitchen, because that significantly increases the price rather than somebody having to share a bathroom or a bedroom with another apartment. In my first apartment build that I didn't record, I also forgot to add lighting in all of the apartments, and then once I realized it was too late and I had already finished building it, which really sucked. So this time I made sure that I had lighting in all of the apartments and in the hallways and everything. Just everything is lit up and good. In the second apartment, I made it a little bit bigger so that I could have a computer in it, which increases the price that the rent can be because it increases the value of the room by a lot. Also, I made sure to add hampers to every apartment. I tried to add one per bedroom in every apartment because some apartments, not all the apartments were studios. Some of them had multiple bedrooms. So I made sure to add hampers because it's going to have a laundry room downstairs in the basement. I made the second apartment have more of a pink theme, like the bed was pink and all the stuff in the kitchen was pink. Once I was done with the second apartment, then I added little details like plants and trash cans, because trash cans are actually really important and I almost forgot to add them. I made the third apartment a 2-bedroom apartment, and in total it has 3 beds. So the first bedroom is an adult's bedroom, and I put a double bed in there, and I tried to put like a computer in there, but it was too big for the room. So I just ended up adding a dresser and putting a little tablet on it. And I also made the apartment a bit bigger so that I could add more stuff to it. So I added a bathroom to the adult room, and the second room is a children's room, which had 2 beds, so I made them bunk beds so I could save space. And then I tried to put like a teddy bear and a desk in there, but that wasn't really working out. So instead, I put a desk and a dresser in there, and then I also managed to fit a little toy box in there. And when I made the room smaller, because the children's room smaller because we didn't need all that room that I had in there, then we made a little hallway. So then in that hallway, I put a couch and I put a TV in there, and then I also put a dollhouse right next to the couch so that the children could play with the dolls and everything. And then I added a little kitchen. I made it with the country kit set, so it was really cute. This is how the third apartment ended up looking like in the end. Also, I'm going to go ahead and start on the fourth apartment. And the fourth apartment is going to be quite a big one. It's going to have all the stuff. It's going to have a big bathroom. And it's going to have 2 bedrooms. So one's going to be an adult bedroom, but the bedrooms are going to be a bit bigger. So one's going to be an adult bedroom, and it's not going to have much in it, but the kids' bedroom is gonna be kind of big, and it's gonna have 2 bunk beds, which means it can fit 4 kids in there, and it's gonna have some toys. And I tried to decorate it nicely, try to decorate the whole place nicely, and in my opinion, this is one of the best apartments that I have in this whole unit. Before I decided to change the children's bedroom, I decided to make up the bathroom, and I made it look real nice and decorated. And because I made everything so decorated and detailed and I went to look so nice because I put it on the gallery, it took me over 7 hours to make the whole apartment building, and I spent almost 200,000 simoleons on this build. This is how the apartment looked after I finished it, and also for the fake fireplace, I used a hack that I found from YouTube where it's the black dividers from City Living. You size those down twice, and then you use the Alt key to place it specifically, and you place it in front of the fake fireplace. Then it just makes it look so good, especially since if you don't want to use a real fireplace, because it's so easy to start a fire with the real fireplace. I also decided on what type of wood floors and what type of wallpaper I wanted on the inside and I wanted on the outside of the building. But I did end up changing the colors of the wallpaper that I decided I wanted on the inside. And I also completely changed what wallpaper I thought I wanted on the outside to one that I found that was the last apartment before I was finished with this floor. So then I made the stairs for the upstairs for the second floor, and then I also made the storage closet, and then a little bit after that I made the stairs for the basement. Then I started making the backyard, which I wanted to include a pool, a picnic table, a grill. Either I wanted a picnic table or I just wanted somewhere for people to sit and eat the food. And then I also wanted it to include some stuff for gardening, but I was also going to make a rooftop, so I decided to not get that stuff for gardening and just put it on the rooftop later. After I did the outside area, then I decided to add extra details. Then I decided to work on the basement area where the laundry room would be, and I would add 3 extra apartments downstairs in the basement area. Then I added fences around the stairs so that nobody would fall down. And I mean, it's The Sims. Nobody's gonna fall, but it just looked better. In the first downstairs apartment, I decided to do 2 single beds instead of 1 double bed for once. And I tried to put like 2 dressers on each side, like decorate each side all nice and stuff. But then I realized that each apartment had to have a hamper since I was adding a laundry room, so that each side could not have a dresser. So one side had a dresser and one side had a hamper. This is when I decided to ditch all the laundry stuff and then just add a bit of extra pool. And then I was like, no, there's too much extra pool. Then I realized that that was the perfect amount of space for a hot tub, so that's what I put. Okay, this is the end result of how the bedroom downstairs turned out to look. This is the second apartment in the basement. Also, I'm sorry that I keep calling them like bedrooms or that I keep calling the whole building a unit, because technically apartments are units. And this is how the second apartment in the basement turned out. I started on the laundry room. And in the laundry room, I put 3 sets of washers and dryers. And I also made sure to put down a place for people to sit so that they could sit and wait for their laundry. I also added a sink just because it looked better, but I guess so they could wash their hands or whatever they need to do. And that's basically it for the laundry room. I also gave it like a blue theme because I think that's super fitting for both like a washroom and a laundry room. This is how the laundry room ended up looking. I painted the walls blue, and I also made like the stuff on the wall yellow because I had a super cute flower pattern with the ironing board. Then I made the last apartment in the basement. I kind of gave it a gamer theme. I gave it a gamer computer, and I gave it a bed that I thought that a gamer would maybe use. And I gave it a nice desk and everything like that. And I also decorated it with like vinyls. I also added ACs to every apartment so that it could be cool. And also a setting on the ACs is to sync with the thermostat. So I also added thermostats to every unit so that it could go colder or hotter based on what the tenants put. This is the final look at the gamer room. It's kind of pink themed. It's more for a girly gamer. I also forgot to mention that I gave her a cute gaming chair, and I made the kitchen pink, and I decorated it nicely just because I wanted everything to be nicely decorated. Then I started on the second floor, technically the third floor if you count the basement as the first floor. Then I started on the first apartment on this floor, and it's gonna be a 1 bedroom apartment, but it's gonna be nice. It's gonna have a nice kitchen, a nice bed, a nice everything. It's gonna be kind of expensive, and it's going to have a patio on the outside. It's gonna have a nice patio is not the right word. A balcony. Yeah, it's gonna have a balcony on the outside. And it's gonna have stuff for a cat. So that's gonna be like our one room that's gonna allow pets, and then the rest of the rooms aren't gonna allow pets. This is the final look at the first apartment on this floor. And I added like a nice little covering over the balcony and added some nice balcony furniture. On the second floor, I made a little library with lots of books, and I also added a couch so they could sit down and read and just relax and look out the windows. I started to make apartments with single beds so that it could save more space and so I could make them smaller and they could have bigger bathrooms and kitchens and stuff like that. This is the final look at the second apartment on floor 2 or 3. This is the third apartment on floor 2 or 3, and this one's going to be expensive. I literally chose a bed that was over $8,000, and this is one of the most expensive rooms despite it being one of the smallest. This is the finished apartment number 3. Okay, so this is the last apartment, and I thought I was going to add a toddler room to it. So I was going to have an adult room and a toddler room. But then I realized that I didn't have a kitchen, and I didn't have space for a toddler room if I was going to have a kitchen. So I had to get rid of it and get a kitchen. This is the toddler bedroom that I wanted to put in, but then I had to delete it because I realized I didn't have a kitchen. When I finished the kitchen, I realized I had extra room, so I put an extra bed in, but then I realized that I had deleted the bathroom, so then I had to put the bathroom back in and delete the bed. Once I finished the last apartment, then I started to decorate the hallways and add more curtains to the windows and just make the whole place look better because I said I was going to add decorations to the hallways at the end because I didn't want to waste time on decorations and not know how everything was going to look and how the layout was going to look. Then I started to decorate the hallways so they would look well decorated and it would feel more homely like a apartment building instead of somewhere where you don't want to be. It would just feel inviting. I saw this cute painting with a bunch of dogs, so you know I just had to put it in. I started to work on the rooftop, and of course I made sure to include a grill, another place to sit, actually 2 places to sit. I put in a swing set, hopscotch or something for kids to do, so a bunch of places to garden, and I even managed to fit a whole basketball court up there. But I think I forgot to put a basketball hoop. I changed a lot from residential to residential rental because if you change it at the start, then it gets all glitchy and you can't build anymore and it says you're outside of your boundaries of the lot when you're really not. So you just have to be at residential and then at the end you can be a residential rental. Also, they only allow 6 units per lot. And units are apartments, so 6 apartments per lot. But I had 11 apartments in whole. So you can use the cheat BB dot increase rental unit cap on. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the building video. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye!